Yeah, we are live.
Yeah, sounds good.
In this special episode, you will meet a very young kid who is an entrepreneur. In fact, he's not like an entrepreneur like anybody else who worked for other people, then transitioned to entrepreneur and working from home like a dream job. What happened is like he went to a college and he was in a business while he was in college, and after college he transitioned to a full-time business owner. That's a true entrepreneur definition in America, in this nation. We really need a people creative. You will find out in a moment like him. So that way who are not only creating like working for somebody or looking for a job, they're creating jobs. That's the key. And he has built a multi-million dollar business on Amazon and travel. Now he travels around the world on a longer vacation. And in fact, when people ask him what you do, and he kind of spill out the beans, then he think, oh, I already gave away too much probably for someone. He can offend the other person. And here's the best part: he's passionate to help others. I have seen myself. He do regular webinars where he teach. I kind of begged him to twisted his arm to come and share with us today. Hello, this is Mohammed Siddiq.
Hey, how's it going?
One sec. I will invite you when you come.
Okay, thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah. Hello, this is Mohammed Siddiq, publisher of Work From Home magazine. Today we have a special guest, Will Tjernlund. And if you don't know how to spell his name, it's like a Swedish name. I checked with him, Will Tjernlund. Tjernlund. Will is from Minneapolis, Minnesota, like a cold, windy place in the winter time. Thank you so much for joining me on this hangout. Please
Hey,
join me to welcome Will Tjernlund. Will, welcome.
hey, it's my pleasure to be on here. I hope to provide a lot of value for all your listeners.
Wonderful. Well, let me start with you. What happened? Where were you? Who were you surrounded with that inspired you to what you do today?
Um, I have to attribute a lot of my success to my older brother. He had been pretty entrepreneurial his whole life. He's 6 years older than me, and it was always kind of monkey see, monkey do, and I kind of just always did what he did. And so because he started businesses at a very young age, I started at an even younger age. And ever since then, I've just kind of always had the entrepreneurial mindset. And today I started with him, but now I work for myself selling products on Amazon full time.
Wonderful. In fact, your elder brother is your mentor. So we all need a mentor to be in our life. Is that true?
Yes. Oh, yeah, for sure. It always helps to have someone to ask kind of the bigger questions that aren't just yes or no or something you can Google.
I love when you mention Google. Okay, so that leads to my next question. What makes you to uniquely qualified to speak on selling on Amazon and the world #1 most trusted site?
I would say I'm easily in the top 1% of Amazon sellers out there. I've sold over $10 million worth of stuff in the last few years on Amazon. And I've yet to find anyone who has done every portion of the Amazon process, from doing the product research to ordering the products to receiving the products in, labeling them, sending them into Amazon, doing the customer service, doing the pricing, every single step along the way, and have a business of my size.
So you are a master of everything?
Yeah, I'm a kind of a jack of all trades. I wouldn't say I'm a master at everything, but I can figure out where my strengths are and really maximize my competitive advantage to their fullest.
Wonderful, wonderful. Jim Rohn said, bigger the why, easier the how. Why is selling on Amazon with your own products is so important to achieve a greater success in your point of view?
Because there's only so much space in the world for middlemen. And as the world becomes more and more flat, middlemen are becoming more and more non-existent. And so if you are just selling a generic product and not adding any value to the end customer on Amazon, eventually your business will be kind of swallowed up by the bigger fish. And so you need to add value by creating your own brand and kind of creating your own product. And that way you can have a sustainable business model.
You want to re-say this answer?
Sorry. Oh, yeah. What was it was a two-part question. Will you ask me the second part again?
Why selling on Amazon with your own product is so important to achieve a greater success in your point of view?
Okay. Why selling your own product on Amazon is so important is because you need to control your own brand and your own destiny. If you're just selling someone else's product and you're just flipping someone else's product and just being a middleman, they're eventually the manufacturer and the brand is going to sell directly to the consumer, and you're going to be cut out of the supply chain. And so when you own your own brand and you create your own brand, you can add value in different ways, and you control your destiny a lot more than if you're just selling someone else's product and you're kind of at the whim of if the manufacturer is going to sell it to you this Christmas season or if they're not, and you have a lot more stability in your own business.
Wonderful. What is the building a business on Amazon by definition?
I have a different definition than maybe some people. Some people, their definition may be just anyone who sells on Amazon may have a business, but I don't see it that way. Because there's some people who will buy stuff at discounts from Target and Walmart and will sell them on Amazon at a slight profit. And I wouldn't call that an Amazon business because it is not scalable and there's no real processes and there's no like real points where you can hire employees as much. And so I wouldn't call that as much of a business. I apologize. It's my whole entire Google Chrome just crashed, and it's like all of a sudden I just stood there for a second. And I was like, "Wow, I'm very happy." He told me he was just going to be sitting there waiting for me. All right.
Okay.
I will start over again.
I will ask the question so that way everything is together. You know.
Yep.
What is building a business on Amazon by definition, in your point of view?
In my point of view, building a business on Amazon is something that is scalable and keeps running continuously without you. Some people will have businesses where they do different retail arbitrage or online arbitrage where they're just flipping products for very small margin, but there's no way to get yourself out of the business at that point. And a real business runs without you there every day and has systems and processes in place to scale and grow without you.
That's a mouthful definition.
Yeah, so it's to make it a little bit more concise, any Amazon business is anybody making money on Amazon in a scalable way that's run on processes.
Cool. That leads to my next question. How can someone start selling on Amazon on a step-by-step basis?
Okay, the quickest way to get started on Amazon is to go to a website called AliExpress.com. And you will find many items on AliExpress.com that are about a fourth or a fifth the price that they are on Amazon.com. AliExpress is you're buying it more times than not directly from the Chinese supplier. So you'll buy, say, 20 items for $2 a piece on AliExpress, and you'll sell them on Amazon for, say, $15 a piece. Amazon will take out their 20 to 30% fees, and right there, if you sell your product within a couple weeks and you're selling 1 to 2 products a day, you already have some sort of a scalable business, because you know if you order more and in different colors and different sizes, that will only increase your sales. And then from there, you can branch out and find more products, and you already have the ball rolling. And I've seen it from many different angles how addicting it can be once you have a product that sells, because all you want to do then is find more products that sell.
Wonderful. Well mentioned about this website, AliExpress.com. Is that right?
Yes, ALI, yep, express.com. It's owned by Alibaba.
What is Alibaba for people who don't know what's Alibaba?
Alibaba.com is a company that's pretty similar to like Amazon.com, where you can buy anything you want, but you have to buy like 1,000 of them. And so it has so many. It has flat screen TVs, it has microphones, it has windows, it has bulldozers, it has trampolines, it has porta potties, it has every product you could ever imagine, and in bulk. And so it is very good place to start when you are kind of past the AliExpress phase and you're ready to make your own product. You can get directly in contact with the manufacturers and actually start designing your own product and your own brand.
Cool. I like the way you mentioned that people who are starting out, they need to start out with AliExpress versus Alibaba directly. So actually, they can test the product if product is selling, and plus this is something they want to really do it together. It's like a small, low risk, almost like a no risk test.
It's with AliExpress, you can just like Amazon, you can just click like add to cart, and then you click like type in your credit card and shipping information, and the product's on its way. Where with Alibaba, you like negotiate the shipping, you figure out the freight charges, you deal with a freight forwarder, you got to figure out if you can get your product on a container or if you're going to ship by air, and there's a lot more messy stuff to deal with. And I don't like the idea of trying to intimidate a bunch of beginners right off the bat, and I'd rather them kind of like slowly ease their way into the process, and once they're ready for the bigger step, they can learn how to do the more complicated logistics stuff.
So if we understand it correctly, on one side you're dealing with the supplier, so I am not manufacturing my own product. On the other side, I'm using Amazon in my leveraging Amazon platform for my side. So you as a business owner, or I as a business owner, become like a virtual middleman, just taking it from, it's like a mom and pop shop, but however it's on a website.
Exactly. It's I kind of think of Amazon as the most optimal way to test the market and make a bunch of cash quickly. And then once you've tested the market and figured out what people want and what they're willing to pay for, then you can build out your brand and kind of start driving traffic to your own site opposed to Amazon's. And then you don't have to pay all the Amazon fees, and you kind of control your own destiny more.
I know there are so many other courses people are teaching, and that your suggestion or like your advice is a little bit contrary to other people, and I just want to bring it up. Mostly people, you're keeping it so simple for people to understand, and plus to start at a very low budget.
Yeah, it honestly kind of started my explanation not to people online, but more to people I'd meet at like, say like a dinner party, or I'm out to eat and I'm kind of trying to explain to someone what I do, and they go, well, you make it sound so easy, they say, and they go, well, if I could do that, I would be doing that, but I don't know how to do all those complicated steps. And so I finally figured out a way to break it down into the simplest steps possible, where it's like 4 clicks on AliExpress and like 20 clicks on Amazon, and you can already be selling a product.
I like this, 4 clicks on AliExpress and 20 clicks on Amazon. So when should I start clicking? Where?
Yeah, well, exactly.
Good. What if any one of our Work From Home magazine subscribers want to get started today with selling on Amazon business? What would their life look like in 30 days, 90 days, a year from now?
Okay, so what you'd first want to do is go to Amazon and sign up for a pro Amazon seller account. It's $40 a month, I believe. And then you're going to want to go and find, say, 5 products on AliExpress that are selling fairly well on Amazon, have like at least like 50 reviews and seem like they're doing pretty well, where the price is at least 400% higher on Amazon opposed to AliExpress. And while you're looking on AliExpress, you just quickly want to stay away from anything that's like overly complicated. And if you can do that, you'll really have kind of success in the long term.
Well, cut this. What you are answering now is step by step. That was the answer to a previous question. This is a different question altogether.
Oh, okay, sorry. I got kind of thrown off with like the 30, 60, 90 days because I was like, okay, well, he really wants a longer explanation in this one.
You know what that is, like in 30 days and 90 days, like in the 30 days, they will be able to pick up a product or probably set up and go. And 90 days, you probably will be selling something.
I can make it a lot quicker.
Different life cycles of that, business. In a year from now, you could have like a 6-figure business,
Okay. Yep. Yeah. I can make it a lot shorter.
Okay. Cool.
So you want to re-ask it again real quick?
Yeah. What if any one of our excuse me. What if any one of our work from home magazine subscribers want to get started today selling on Amazon? What would their life look like in 30 days, 90 days, or a year from now?
In like 30 days, you could easily already be selling at least 4 to 5 products. Within 90 days, you are going to kind of want to be at your peak of maybe 50 products you're selling. And then from 90 days to a year on, you're going to kind of lean out your process. So by a year into your business, you might not be making a ton of cash yet. You might be only making $30,000-$40,000 a year profit off your company, but it's actually going to be a $200,000 a year company, and you're only going to be spending, say, an hour a week on it.
Is that hour a week? It sounds too good to be true, Will.
It's an hour a week is averaged over a month, and because it ends up being a lot of hurry up and wait, where you will get product in, you'll take pictures of it, you'll write the descriptions, you'll label it up, and that will take, say, 5 to 8 hours. And then you'll send the inventory in, and then you won't deal with that product, say, for another 2.5 months. And then you'll do another 8 hours. And so it's not even like an hour every day kind of thing. It's like 10 hours at a time, and then you sit back and wait for your inventory to run out.
Wonderful. You seem like make it so easy to deal with. Like it's like a dream business. However, I'm sure every business has some kind of roadblocks and problems to deal with. That leads to my next question. What are the specific roadblocks that typically prevent someone from starting selling on Amazon?
Well, since I've been selling for so long, I have already experienced every kind of like little headache that you can possibly experience. And so I like to stay away from any products that have a lot of moving parts, have electronics, have any sort of like patent rights. I obviously stay away from anything like that. And if you can just sell really simple kind of dumb products that people will pay high prices for. An example is kind of fancy drink coasters or something like that. Nothing can really go wrong. You can buy 10,000 drink coasters, send them in, and then sit back and wait for a year till those 10,000 sell out. And that's obviously something that's a lot easier to do when you can have $10,000 worth of drink coasters sitting in stock for a year, and you can afford to have that kind of cash sitting around. But if you have cash sitting around, it's a very easy way to make some passive income.
So what were the roadblocks really in this case? My question was the roadblocks.
Oh, sorry. The roadblocks is anything that the majority of the roadblocks are ones that people create for themselves. Is roadblocks where they try to get a bunch of like knockoff laptops from China, or they try to get a bunch of like glass figurines from China or something like that, where all the products come, they're all broken, or they're not as described, or the electronics are actually for DC and not AC. And it's all these little roadblocks that if you can just stay away from, like electronics or stuff with moving parts, you won't deal with 99% of the roadblocks. And then any other roadblocks besides that is just dumb stuff to do with government regulations, where if you're selling medical stuff, you have to get FDA registered and stuff like that. And again, if you stay with simple generic products, you don't have to deal with 99% of the roadblocks.
Okay, I'm going to ask this question again, and I want you to re-answer it.
Okay.
I want you to mention some roadblocks.
Okay.
Avoiding is this next one, the next question. So you don't want to say, okay, how you deal with them. That's a follow-up question.
Okay.
What are the specific roadblocks that typically prevent someone from starting selling on Amazon?
Some of the main roadblocks are government regulations, where people have to get FDA certified for certain medical devices or products, even sunglasses. Some other roadblocks are people try to order overcomplicated products that end up being delivered broken or not working exactly as they're described. And so a lot of these roadblocks are avoidable. But you just kind of need to kind of always be the devil's advocate when you're searching for new products.
Cool. What are the specific strategies to build a bigger successful business on Amazon that are like keys to unlock roadblock doors to achieve a wild success?
It's going to be some of the more boring advice, and it's somewhat contrary to some of the other Amazon experts say, but I like to sell products that are in a more boring evergreen niches that aren't kind of boom or bust. A lot of people like yoga or like certain exercise of the week products, and I'm more into old school niches and selling good products at a good price and that are good quality. And over time, your business will slowly grow and you will have a sustainable business, opposed to a business that's seasonal or goes with the whims of different kind of cultural phenomenons.
Well, let me ask a personal question in this case. How the hell you come up with this like an old school boring concept while you're being a young entrepreneur yourself? That's like a way like a century difference in the thought process.
Well, the main way is honestly that I am just very, very kind of like money hungry and money oriented. And so I don't get distracted by all the sexy niches that everyone else goes after. I think the sexiest niche is the one with the biggest margin. And so everyone else gets caught up in selling products like pet accessories and workout accessories and different skin oils and all that kind of stuff, where I'm selling like industrial lug nuts and I'm selling different types of gas caps and that kind of stuff, where it's people don't think about it, but they also don't realize that they're always overpaying whenever they're at the store.
Oh, that's a great advice, basically. What is the first physical action step you want them to take to get started selling on Amazon?
I want them to go and find 50 different products on AliExpress and then find the same exact item for 4 times the price on Amazon. And if you can find 50 products on AliExpress and 50 products on Amazon and put them side by side, then go down the list and really figure out what the top 5 out of those 50 and order 10 of each of those products.
So if I heard it correctly, you're saying go on AliExpress, like look at the 50 products, kind of identify which ones you want to sell. And on Amazon, the same product should be selling at 4 times more. Like if AliExpress is selling for $1, the price on Amazon should be at least a $4 of that price.
Yep, and even more than that for the most part, because I find a lot of products I can get for like $2 to $3, and they sell for like 15 to 20.
Oh, I love to hear that one. That's
what you're going to have to account for shipping into Amazon, and then you're going to have to pay 20 to 30% Amazon fees. And so after all that stuff, if you're buying an item for $3 and you're selling it for 15, you're making like $6.
Rest Amazon and shipping and everything else.
Yep.
Great, folks. Great. You saw that Will has the information and make it so simple. And many of you are like young readers of this magazine, Work From Home magazine. If you want to get hooked with Will, and he has Mastermind, I don't know by the time you're watching this, the Mastermind is still open or not. And also he does a public webinar on an ongoing basis. And I saw that he says, okay, just use that information. He just want to help others so that way no one gets stuck. So if you have, the drill. So you have a cell phone like this, take the cell phone out and send a text to connect with Will. Text Will to this 404-418-6019. If you're texting it from outside of US, then you can do it +1 404-418 6019. In the message, put a word will, WILL, 2 L's, and we are going to ask your name and email, then going to send a link to Will's website. By the way, if you don't want to text anymore and you want to go directly to the website, that's okay too. His website is fbaexpert.com. Is that correct?
Yep.
What would you say as a final word who would like to join you to start selling on Amazon and create a lifestyle business?
My final words, just get started. The more planning you're doing, the more procrastinating you're doing. If you get started today, you'll be very thankful that 3 months from now, when you're still thinking about starting an Amazon business, that you started 3 months earlier.
Cool. Thank you, Will, for sharing your wisdom with us today. On the behalf of Work From Home Magazine and its entire community, we appreciate you. This is Mohammed Sadiq. Wish you good luck, good sales, and I do hope our path across again on our next hangout from Work From Home Magazine. All good wishes.
Sounds good. Thanks for having me.